everybody, this is Marjorie. You know my pal Fanny for number 89? She's hysterical. Oh my God, she's just off the phone. She phones me and she says, Marjorie, oh no. I says, what's wrong? Hen? She went, Euston, we have a problem. I says, oh no, what's wrong? Fanny, she says, you sound hysterical. She says, you know how all my relatives are coming for the wedding next week? I says, aye. She says, they're stuck. I says, where are they stuck, Fanny? She says, they're stuck in London. Oh, I says, how are they stuck in London? Well, long story, funnily enough, long story short, right, they couldn't get direct flights, right, via Vienna in Austria to Glasgow. So they all had to come via London. And then they thought, right, we'll come London and we'll spend a day in London and then we'll get the train to Glasgow. Now, that seems simple enough, doesn't it? But of course, that was not going to be straightforward, you know, in reality. So it started off, right. one of the cousins, one of Felix's cousins, Helga, right, she was making the arrangements. So she phones up the airline, right, and she says, now, I'm just checking, obviously in her own accent, I'm just checking, can I fly to London using my driver's licence? And the person at the airline said, no, you will need to use a plane. She says, no, can I use my driving licence instead of a passport? I says, of course you need a plane. You're not just going to run up and doing the runway flapping your wings like a zebra. No, a zebra, an emu, same thing. Anyway, so that's that. So there's 232 of them coming for Austria. What could possibly go wrong? I says, honest to God. So I says, I hope they weren't think they're coming with EasyJet, because they're unlikely they're going to even take off. So I don't know how they're coming. I think they were all going in different planes. Can you imagine they're all in the same plane? It'd be like, they've on traps on tour. Anyway, the upshot of the story is they're stuck in London, right? And I says, how are they stuck in London? Because there was train cancellations and their planes were late and one choked on a peanut on the flight. And I says, oh, nothing simple, is it? It'd been actually easier for us to go to Vienna in Austria and have the wedding there. Anyway, they're stuck in London. So Fanny is beside herself. She went, oh my God, are they going to get here in time? I says, would you calm down, Fanny? You're going to give yourself an ulcer, hen. I mean, the wedding's next Wednesday. You know, I think they'll get here by next Wednesday, unless they're walking. Actually, they might be quicker walking. You know, the chances of actually getting to Glasgow for next Wednesday are probably stronger if they walk. Anyway, but she's been getting messages from her relatives. They're having a great time in London. Well, they wanted to see all the sights, and a lot of them, they've never been to the UK, they've never been to London, so they're going to know all the landmarks. And one of them wanted to go to Buckingham Palace to see the Grenade Guards. Oh, and they were dead excited, and they said to Fanny, here, there's a street, you know, a few streets away from Buckingham Palace getting renamed Prince Andrew's Close. Was it? That's lovely. That's a lovely honour. I says to Fanny, that's not an honour. That's a warning. And then they wanted to see the Tower of London with the Beefeaters. Is that what they call them? The Beefeaters. Now, I've never understood why they call them the Beefeaters, because, you know, what happens if you're one of the veterinarian and you can't eat the beef? Nobody thought that through. Anyway, and then Big Ben, they all wanted their photo at Big Ben. Why is it tourists? All the tourists want their picture with Big Ben. How many times have you been on the Instagrammy? On the Instagrammy, and you somebody's standing with a selfie with Big Ben in the background. Although I think all the tarpaulin and the what do you call it? The scaffolding's away now, so you can actually get quite a nice wee photo with Big Ben. And they've all got their selfies, and they've all got their selfie sticks. Oh, one of the cousins got their selfie stick stolen. Right, they'd taken their mobile phone off to check a message, and they were standing wiggling their stick and their horn. Right. And this wee guy ran by and stole the selfie stick out the cousin's horn and ran away down into the underground. And I went, oh, in the name of God, it's like Beirut. I mean, you wouldn't, this is happening in the Westminster next to Big Ben. I says, the man stole his selfie stick. Well, I hope he goes home and has a long look at himself, you know, for what he's done. Anyway, and then they were in the London Eye. I was in the London Eye. You kind of go like this, look, I'll show you. It would take about an hour to show you, but you basically just go round. I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, you go in this wee capsule, right? And you're trying not to fart because it's all encapsulated. And you think, don't want to embarrass myself in the fart, and everybody's going, till they can get back out. I don't know what I expected. I mean, I suppose I was maybe thinking it was going to be like a roller coaster, but it was just a wheel. It just went round and round. I went, oh, that's lovely. They didn't even stop it. You have to try and get on and off while it's still moving. I says, this is like the total Wipeout, the generation game. Tag up. Honest to God. And then they were all way up the shard. They were all excited. Kind of big shard. Oh, that was lovely. I says, oh, that must be quite high. You probably have to get a lift. You wouldn't walk up the stairs or all that. I remember, right, when I was in London one time, and I went in to sell fridges. Well, I was disappointed that they didn't have any fridges. I went, I'm in here to try and find a fridge, and there wasn't any anyway. I says I was quite disappointed. I thought that's actually false marketing. So anyway, I gets in the lift, right, and I press number 2 because I was going to the second floor. So I press number 2, right, and this woman came in and I says, what floor are you going to in? And she says, oh, 222. And I went, 222? No, what floor? She says, 22. I thought she must be a ballet dancer. She's wanting to go to Italy to buy a tutu, but eventually we discovered she actually meant to tutu, like tutu. She was wanting to go to tutu on the you get what I mean? Yeah, maybe you had to be there to find that funny. Anyway, and then kind of one, the monument that I laugh at the most. You know the gherkin? You know the... Have you seen the gherkin in London? That big... I got the Ann Summers monument. That's what it looks like. You got all the London Eye and all the bridges and the palaces and there's a big vibrator on the Thames. It's hysterical. Who designed that? They must have had a sense of humour or an itch.